Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the KSBNtv Sports Center. My name is Liborio Gudino and I am your host for today. As I will today announce the winter sports, as well as we have expanded to showing you guys the standings for both girls and boys basketball and soccer. So I hope you guys enjoy. We have started with high school sports. This is content we are sure you and other community members are interested in. Our goal is to expand into all Ventura County schools, as KDTV was the original sports and weather channel that covered Ventura County. We also want to thank our sponsor, Pizza Man Dan, for his continued support. So let's get into this. As we're going to start off with the Citrus Coast League girls basketball. So as we are about to see here, we see there the Citrus Coast League, and we're going to see here that the season just started. So Fillmore is 1-0, and so is Santa Paula, the rivals. Then we have Nordhoff 1-1, Carpinteria 1-1, Malibu also 1-1, and Wainimi is 0-2, and Channel League actually have yet to play a game for our league. And you can see here on the right side that those are all the games that have been played, and the left side is just league games. So now let's go into this boys basketball Citrus Coast League standings, in which we are going to see here Santa Paula is 1-0, and they're actually 6-1 throughout all their games so far. And we have Channel Islands and Carpinteria, both are 1-0, and they are actually both 4-4 overall. Then we have Fillmore is 1-1, Wainimi 0-1, Nordhoff 0-2, and Malibu has yet to play a game in league and overall. So now let's go into the Citrus Coast League now for girls soccer, in which we are about to see here. Obviously, those are amazing games. And we have here Carpinteria is 3-0, and they're 7-0 overall. Then we have Fillmore in second place with a 2-0 record. And then Santa Paula 1-0. They have yet to allow a goal in league. They won their first game 7-0. And we have Wainimi 1-1, Malibu 0-2, Channel Islands 0-2, and in last place, Nordhoff 0-2, 0-3 overall. Now let's go into boys soccer for the Citrus Coast League. But we have here now Channel Islands 2-0. Then Santa Paula's in second place with a 1-0 record. Fillmore is 1-1. Nordhoff 1-1. Malibu 0-1. Wainimi 0-1. And Carpinteria 0-2-1 with their draw coming from Malibu. So now that concludes it for the Citrus Coast League. Now let's go into the Channel League. This is all the teams for Pacifica, Oxnard, all these teams. So let's see now the Channel League girls basketball standings, as we are about to see here. Also girls basketball, and so fun to watch. And we have here now Oxnard is in first place, tied with 4 other teams, which includes San Marcos, Pacifica, and Dos Pueblos. All of them are 1-0. And Buena, Santa Barbara, Real Mesa, and Ventura are all 0-1. So a pretty easy one to cover because they've all played against each other just one time. So we'll see what happens next week, because obviously it was just one game. Everything's going to be changing now. But now let's go into the boys basketball for the Channel League. See if they've played a little bit more games. And yeah, these are once again San Marcos, Pacifica, Oxnard, Santa Barbara, and we're going to see there Santa Barbara is actually 1-0 along with Ventura, Oxnard, and San Marcos. They are all 1-0. Then Buena, Dos Pueblos, Real Mesa, and Pacifica are 0-1. So just like the girls basketball, it's been a slower start. They've only had one league game. But now let's go into boys. No, now let's go into girls soccer. Sorry, for the Channel League. So girls soccer, we are about to see here, in which we are going to have Oxnard in first place 1-0. as well as Pacifica also 1-0. Dos Pueblos 1-0. Then Buena is 0-1. Real Mesa 0-1. So they obviously played each other. Then we had San Marcos 0-1, Ventura 0-1, and Santa Barbara 0-1. So we're seeing here that it's been a little bit of a slower start for in terms of league games. For the Channel League, we saw a little bit more in the Citrus Coast League. Now let's go into Channel League boys soccer. And I've had the fortune to actually, see these kinds of games, and they're honestly very intense. It's a very, very competitive league. So we're going to see right now what happens with them.
We're frozen up a little bit, okay?
Okay, so it does seem
Have
like we are
patience.
frozen.
Have patience. I will be able to edit out from here on in.
Okay.
Just a lot of stuff all up in the air.
Yeah.
Um, our most humblest apologies.
You're fine.
You know where we left off, right?
Yeah, it was the final. It was the boy soccer for the Channel League.
Got it. Yeah, it looks like it froze up. I had so many open windows.
Hmm.
Here we go. Okay. You see this? You see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So we're ready to pick up whenever you are. Tell me what you want to open up. Okay. And that'll be the start of the next segment. Okay.
Okay.
You
So now
go.
to conclude, we're going to have the Channel League boys soccer. So let's see. It's only been one game for the other sports. So we'll see here. It's just the same. We have Ventura 1-0, Rio Mesa 1-0, Pacifica is 1-0. Then the two teams that tied against each other, Oxnard and Santa Barbara. Then Buena, San Marcos, and Dos Pueblos lost their games. So they've had a good amount of overall games, were non-league games, I should say. And league games are just starting, so it's going to be interesting. It's just getting started, just like how we are with winter sports. But I believe this does conclude this episode of the KSBNtv Sports Center. Make sure to stay tuned, like, subscribe. This is just getting started. This is just the second episode of winter sports, but we're going to have a lot more of them. So stay tuned. My name is Liborio Gudino, and we are out.
Hey.